The nationwide lockdown for 21 days as a result of the COVID-19 threat may soon come to an end, or it could even be extended. In either case, it has derailed the lives of everyone around. As for the various businesses, it is going to have huge ramifications in terms of turnover and profits. According to the president of the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers, Rajan Vadhera, the Indian automotive industry comprising OEMs and auto component manufacturers will be losing rupees 2,300 crore in turnover for every day of plant closure. It would be a nightmare for all auto companies, especially those in the medium and small scale space. Motown India speaks to a cross-section of leaders from the automotive, MSME, OEM and consulting space. We seek their views on the prevailing conditions. Indian auto industry is at a crossroads with a virus hitting us out of the blue. How bad do you think the situation will pan out in the near and not so near future?
It's very difficult to share and predict the future, but I think so far so good. The kind of cases that we have seen in India is very well under control, because if you see the size of the country and the number of days that we have been infected from the start date till today, it has not gone to the trajectory which we saw in other countries in Europe and US.
Okay.
And therefore, I would say that so far it is well under control. And if this trend continues, and it doesn't, if the trend continues the way that it is, I think it is quite manageable, and the government is doing a tremendous job for this. What now the difficult decision in future is how do we blend the economic impact of this and the risk of the infection in future. So that is where government will have to take a prudent step, and I think that is very critical for the industry and for the economy also, because so far the steps are pretty strong and it has been able to arrest the spread. But we now we have to get into the critical phase where we have to look after the economy as well, the business as well, and at the same time control the COVID-19.
I think if you see, of course, this is a very bad situation regarding this COVID-19.
Yeah.
Even though the situation in the current, you can say, near future looks to be slightly difficult, because people are talking about it because we're already in the lockdown.
Okay.
And even many states, if you see in the news, their chief minister has requested for the lockdown to be further extended.
Okay.
So that discussion is going on. And because of all these things, even if you talk about the labors and other things, because when this lockdown started, so many people who are from the different states who are working in a different industry, they go back to their hometown also.
True.
So, of course, this will create a problem once if the lockdown is over. So there may be situation will arise that there will be shortage of manpower also.
Okay.
So, but by the same time, the most important thing is the health. Because of course, it as on today is affecting the economy, but by the same time, the life of the people are very important.
That's right.
For a nation. So we have to also think health is first. That is the most priority thing for anyone. So we have to take care of the health first. Then of course we'll talk about the economy and other things also.
What I foresee that this virus has no medication, no vaccine till now for this virus.
Yes. Okay.
That means to get out of this virus, we have to make it zero. Now this lockdown has to be till we don't make a virus zero.
Okay.
But for that, each and every person has to respect lockdown perfectly. If people will keep on roaming around, like what the Jamaat has happened, if these all things were going to happen, this coronavirus will never end in India. Never.
That's
because
right.
if we will have even one patient of coronavirus, in India, it is going to spread again. And again, we have to do a lockdown after a few months.
Okay.
So, this lockdown has to move further for 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks till we don't make it zero.
Well, it's a very difficult question to be answered and to predict at this stage, because of the situation changing every day.
Okay.
In the middle of March, we are thinking that the thing should be over by third quarter of this year, and by next fiscal year or early next year, everything should be okay. But looking at the current situation and the scenario, political scenario, you can say, or whatever, people are not adhering to the advice given by the government. This situation has become dynamic, and keeping in view, even if we go steady as on today's situation, I don't think that we will be able to come out of this situation by early next year.
Actually, you are right that the situation is really very challenging, not only for the auto industry but for the whole of the industry. You take it tourism industry, or you take it aviation industry, or you take it any industry except pharmaceuticals, and so all those kind of industries are going to suffer.
Okay.
And the situation in the near future is more challenging, but I think Indian industry was going to come out of it very soon. Maybe in the second or third quarter, the things are going to be stabilized.
Okay.
The first quarter is really challenging.
Okay.
So my thinking is that the Indian industry is going to come out of it very soon.
Okay.
Because we are hard workers, and the Indian auto industry is employing a lot of people. It gives a lot of job to a lot of people.
Okay.
So people can't sit idle. We don't have a policy like US that government gives you unemployment benefits.
Okay.
So people have to come to the industry to work.
Okay.
So the industry is going to come out of the challenge very soon.
Okay, that's
That's
wonderful.
my thinking.
Yes, COVID-19 affected globally very hard. The situation is worst for automotive industry.
Okay.
But after the COVID-19 chapter, the automotive industries will revive very soon. Means within 6 months it can revive.
Okay.
Of course, the government need to support the industries, and also OEM need to support their MSME suppliers.
Okay.
Very soon we can come out from the worst situation. Basically, government need to support in labor issues, like the labor who is shifted Bihar and UP.
Okay.
We need to place at our factories.
Okay.
Since there is no production, no supply, but फिर भी हमने अपने लेबर्स को 80% our labor is in place.
Okay.
तो एक बार अगर ये रोल व्हील ऑफ ऑटोमोटिव मूव करना शुरू कर देगा तो इट विल रोल स्मूथली वेरी सून.
ओके ओके, मगर थोड़ा सा कंसर्न है लेबर के बारे में कि whether they will be back soon or not.
Yes. जो लेबर शिफ्ट हो चुकी है, बट फ्रॉम आवर इंडस्ट्रीज हम डे टू डे टच में है लेबर के, तो ऑलमोस्ट 70% के आसपास लेबर से हम टच में है, लेकिन 30% लेबर ऐसी है जो अभी टच में नहीं है. तो उसके रिगार्डिंग हमारे को सपोर्ट की जरूरत पड़ सकती है कि वो लेबर कहाँ से आएगी.
In my opinion, the situation will be quite bad because from the last 6 months, as a four-wheeler industry is already down by almost all 50%.
That's right, sir.
And that's already the automobile industry, because a lot of people are dependent upon Ashok Leyland, Telco, or Eicher, or Swaraj Mazda, and all this one. So they are already, because I was a quite big supplier.
Okay.
I can see whatever they tried to do, they were not able to do it.
Okay.
But they were very bullish for the month of April, May and June.
Okay.
But now everybody is afraid Because once no restaurant will be working, no stores will be working, schools are closed, but all establishments will be closed. It's may have a very good effect on the corona.
Okay.
But the economy, I think, in my opinion, we will be way behind. And our is a very poor country. We don't have that much need with the people.
Okay.
Maybe middle class who are in the IT industry, who are above managers and everything. Otherwise, in automobile industry, the 70% accept the OE companies like Honda, Maruti, Bajaj, but otherwise the tier 2 companies,
Okay.
where the salary is around 15,000 rupees in my opinion.
Yeah.
Plus blah benefit, which cost to the company maybe about 25,000 rupees. That's the average. In my opinion, 70% people, those who are maybe in Ludhiana, those who are working with the industry, their average pay is about 25,000 rupees, in my opinion.
Okay.
70%, this is my opinion.
Okay.
But 1 lakh above, maybe only 10% people, those who are getting the salary above 1 lakh rupees.
True. True.
And 25,000 people को 25,000 जिसको मिलते हैं
जी.
and only 15,000 वो घर लेके जाता है, बाकी उसका ESI प्रोविडेंट फंड कट जाता है,
जी.
कुछ और उसने कुछ एडवांस लिया हुआ है कंपनी से. तो वो लोग वो सारी चीजें देखते हुए अगर वो लोग, और if the government think that we should make the payment to them, you can understand how difficult, and the company will go bankrupt.
Absolutely.
Because already my last year turnover was 325 crores.
Okay.
We have taken a decision that we will be closing in this year by 380 crores. Then in the month of September, when we thought that the market has gone down, we have taken a decision that we will be closing 260 crores. But
Okay.
now, I think we will be closing maybe about 240 crores.
Oh my, that's
You can imagine from 325 crores to 240 crores.
Oh my God, that's a huge cut, huge drop.
Wherever I'm dependent upon tractor industry, I'm dependent upon truck, and I'm dependent upon agriculture equipment, I'm dependent upon Ashok Leyland, I'm dependent upon Bharat Gears. Bharat Gear is a company who was exporting to US.
Okay.
They got such a bad hit in the October, November, December, January. Almost all, they are 40% down. Bharat Gear, I was doing a sale of 8 crores, which has gone to 2.5 crores. We are not only in one segment. We are not dependent. Of course, I'm not in two-wheeler and car industry.
Okay.
Wherever the car and two-wheeler, in my opinion, they are also going to hit very badly.
Okay.
The sentiment will be very weak. Two-wheeler is a necessity and as well as it is a shock. वो कहता है बेटे को चलो टू व्हीलर ले लो, घर में 4 जने वो ले लो. हाँ, एग्रीकल्चर में जो है वो लोग खरीदते रहेंगे. एग्रीकल्चर को बहुत ज्यादा हिट नहीं होने वाला, बट अदरवाइज जो इंडस्ट्री में लोग काम कर रहे हैं
जी,
they are very badly hit. What the government is thinking, the government can say anything. If it is they say it is come under disaster, then you have to pay. It is, but I don't know, somebody telling me this is a law, you have to abide by the law. If it is that, it is the health hazardous, you can say.
Okay.
Then the ESI should also pay in that way.
True.
But the
Okay.
government is not taking care. So one by one, mother, in my opinion, the position will be very bad, and the company, those who are having turnover 50 crore, 100 crore, they will be in a big difficulty. So like this, we are facing such a big hinge